It was a regular evening, just like any other. I was in the kitchen chopping vegetables, the quiet hum of the house surrounding me. But inside, things were far from normal. I have been carrying a weight I could no longer bear. A part of me wanted to scream to let everything out, but I didn't. Instead, I stood there, pretending everything was fine while my mind was in turmoil. And then I said it. What if I cheat on you? It was a strange question, one I never thought I'd ask. But the thought had been plaguing me. I needed to know what he would say, how he would react. I didn't want to hurt him, but something inside me craved the truth. The truth about us, about him, about me. I looked at him, expecting shock or anger, but there was nothing. He didn't respond right away. Instead, he froze, the spoon in his hand suspended in midair. I saw the confusion in his eyes, but also something else, something deeper. Fear? Hurt? I wasn't sure. What if I cheat on you? I repeated, my voice softer now, almost pleading. His face contorted, and I could see the confusion turning to something else, something cold. Why would you even ask that? He asked, his voice shaking slightly. I sighed. I don't know. I just, things have been different lately. You've been so distant. The words hung in the air between us like a thick fog. I watched his face, waiting for something, anything. But instead, he stood there, staring at me as though I was a stranger. His eyes, the same eyes I had trusted for years, now felt like they belonged to someone else. I tried to look away, but I couldn't. I had to know what was going on in his mind. What did he think of me? Had I really become that unrecognizable? But then I noticed it, the faintest trace of another scent on my clothes. I hadn't even realized until now, but there it was, lingering. It hit me then. It was too late. I had already crossed the line. There was no going back. The truth, the guilt, all of it was flooding me in that moment. But I couldn't take it back now.
Her words hit me like a freight train. I stood there, paralyzed, my mind racing, trying to make sense of what had just happened. Did she really just say that? What if I cheat on you? I looked at her, hope pounded in my chest. I couldn't believe it. I looked at her, hoping I had misunderstood, hoping it was some kind of twisted joke. But her eyes, those eyes, were distant. I didn't recognize her anymore. I wanted to scream at her. I wanted to demand answers, but something stopped me. Maybe it was the look on her face, or maybe I was still in shock. I didn't know. She repeated it as if testing the waters. And then I saw it, the faint scent of cologne, not mine, lingering on her clothes. It wasn't strong, but it was there. It was enough to break the last shred of trust I had in her. Why would you even ask that? I managed to croak, my voice a little shakier than I intended. She sighed, almost defeated, as though she had been holding it in for too long. I just wanted to know how you'd react. Things have been different. You've been so distant, she said, her voice trembling. I didn't know how to respond. Part of me wanted to walk away, to shut myself off from it all. But another part of me wanted to dig deeper to find out if this was just a momentary lapse or if it had been building for months. But then, the question hit me. The truth was out, but it was almost too painful to hear. I'm sorry, she whispered, her voice breaking. I didn't want to hurt you, but I haven't been happy. And when I found someone who made me feel seen, I didn't know how to stop it. Her words cut deep, deeper than anything I had ever felt. I stood there, staring at her as the reality of what she had just confessed sunk in. The woman I loved had betrayed me. The person I had trusted more than anyone else had crossed a line I couldn't unsee. And then it hit me. I wasn't going to beg. I wasn't going to fight for her. We need to talk, I said, my voice cold. But you need to understand something. This isn't just about what you did. It's about who we've become, and whether I can ever look at you the same way again. She nodded, tears welling in her eyes. But it didn't matter. The damage had been done. She had shattered the trust we had built together, and no apology, no regret could ever fix it. The truth burned inside me, and I knew in that moment nothing would ever be the same again.